Are you or someone you know characterized as a phlegmatic temperament? This teaching video, we're going to talk about the general characteristics, the strengths, and the weaknesses of that particular temperament. The phlegmatic temperament is one of the 5 temperaments of the Arno profile system. It's a temperament analysis tool developed by Drs. Richard and Phyllis Arno of the NCCA. Important to understand, it is not a personality profile. We see personalities as masks that people can put on, but it's really looking at the way God made you. And this model, this tool, if you like, is used by Christian counselors all over the world. And basically it looks at a person's needs in 3 different areas. One is the need for inclusion or social orientation. How social are we? The second is in the area of control. Our need to maintain and establish relationships with respect to power and control. Basically, are we one who likes to be in charge of relationships, or are we much more dependent? And the third area is in the need for affection, our need for love and affection, and need to establish and maintain deep personal relationships. There's much more information on this on our website and certainly other places on the internet, but just to help you understand a bit about the Arno profile system, it really does measure our inborn temperament, not a personality, as I mentioned. And what it does, it's helpful. It alerts us to tendencies that people can have, strengths, weaknesses, and general characteristics. It's not an excuse for sin or bad behavior. We just can't say, well, gee, that's just how God made me. There are no better or worse temperament types. They're just different and associated strengths and weaknesses. And in the areas of weaknesses, there are areas where we can be working in the cooperation with the Holy Spirit for the Lord to change us and transform us. And the idea is that these needs must be met in godly ways, or sinful and personal problems and sinful behaviors are going to result. Just briefly, here are the 5 temperament types characterized by the responsive needs and the express needs given in each area. And once again, much more information on this on the website, but you can see the 5 temperaments there, and today we're talking about the phlegmatic temperament, kind of the one there that's in the middle. And generally, this type of temperament type is characterized as peacemakers. Phlegmatics in general are peacemakers and low energy folks, and you can see the characteristics for the other temperament types, and there's certainly other videos and other teachings available on those. Okay. What are the key traits or typical traits of somebody who has a phlegmatic temperament, or at least in one of the 3 areas? And it's important to emphasize that when we say somebody's phlegmatic, they can be phlegmatic at all 3 areas, or maybe just one, and that's the depth of this tool. You see, we can look at a person on 3 different levels, not just one blanket term. So somebody can be phlegmatic in a general area, but the typical traits are characterized as someone who is low energy, gets tired easily, very stubborn, very stable people, and tend to be observers, not participants. They're better at standing back and watching what's going on, not typically getting involved heavily. And kind of the key phrases that they would use is they're really, because they're peacemakers, they're looking for peace at any price. Some of the strengths of the phlegmatic temperament are that they can be task-oriented and people-oriented. They do well performing tasks, but they can handle being around people as well. Tend to handle rejection well, don't typically let that bother them too much. Very stable, peaceful, stable, emotionally people for the most part, as you might expect. Very good at negotiators and bringing peace to situations, so make good, very diplomatic and negotiators, and tend to be easygoing, non-demanding in terms of needs for love and affection. So pretty much even keel describes them. What are the weaknesses of this temperament? Well, because they're observers, many times there's an unwillingness to get involved. They can just kind of let life pass them by and frustrate their loved ones many times because they don't get involved sometimes in situations that require attention. They will use a very dry or wry sense of humor many times to keep people at a distance. Kind of helps them maintain their energy level, keeps them from draining their energy. So they'll use that verbal wit, if you like, as a kind of a defensive tool. Can tend to be very indecisive and procrastinate and can take a lot of time to make decisions. Once again, very difficult to motivate, tend to be pretty stubborn, and once again, part of it is because of the low energy typically that they have, and once again, that stability comes at a price. They're very typically unemotional, very rarely self-sacrificing, so just kind of go with the flow observers of life, and that's characterized some of the weaknesses of that temperament. If you've never had your temperament analysis done, you should find a counseling center or somebody that does that. You'll find it very, very helpful. You can look at our website for more information on this temperament and others. We do them as well. We do them over the internet, online. You can get your profile done with us. It involves a counseling session and your own personal profile report. So I encourage you to get your temperament analysis done. It's very helpful for you and helping you grow in the Lord. Thank you for watching this video.